Good day, everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you are doing great today. It is bright and sunny outside, I'm sure. The weather is great at your place too. Again, those of you who do not know me, this is Dr. Nandi, the crazy dude who solves all kinds of stat and math problems in his channel. But I have also uploaded short travel videos, which you may find interesting. So please check them out. Uh, as usual, I always solve a problem on math. Today I'm going to solve a problem on stats. Why do I do that? Because people complain that math is difficult. Yes, it is difficult. No kidding. But if you know the steps to take to solve a math problem, it's not that bad. So here I go. 73% of companies have Twitter accounts. A researcher thinks that the percentage is higher at tech companies. She samples 70 tech companies and finds that 55 of them have Twitter accounts. Part A, can we assume that the sampling distribution of sample proportion is normal? For that, you have to calculate the sample proportion of success, assuming the null hypothesis value is true, and the sample proportion of failure in the sample, again, assuming the null hypothesis value of P0 is true. Both the number of successes and the number of failures should exceed 10, which I proved in an earlier video to be true. Therefore, we can assume the sampling distribution of p hat is normal. This is very essential. Otherwise, we cannot do the hypothesis test, which comes up next. So part B says if the sampling distribution is normal, can we conclude that the number that more than 73% of tech companies have Twitter accounts? Okay. So here we have to do the hypothesis testing. What will be the hypothesis testing? The status quo, the null is P equal to 0.73. Okay. And the alternate hypothesis is P greater than 0.73, greater than value in the null hypothesis. Now, previously I've solved this problem using the formula, calculate the test statistic, and then find the probability of obtaining a test statistic at least as extreme as what we obtain. Now, remember, test statistic is a characteristic of the sample that we have gathered. And we found out that this p value, which is the area to the right of the test statistic, because it's a right tail test, is greater than the level of risk we are willing to take in rejecting H0 when it is true, which was we assumed to be 0.05. The p value came out to 0.14 something 0.1457, which is greater than alpha. Now I'm going to do the same test using my TI-84 calculator. So let's go over here. Let's change the color of the ink to something looking good. Okay. So here we go. Our 80 is P equal to 0.73, and our alternate is P greater than 0.73. We know the sample size she worked with is 70, and out of them 55, 70 tech companies, out of them 55 tech companies have Twitter accounts. So 70 tech companies surveyed, out of which 55 have Twitter accounts. Okay. So in order to do this by calculator, I'll use the TI-84 calculator. So if I may move this a little bit up, okay. So we press the stat button, then we will highlight test on the top row, and then in the test screen, we will scroll down to one prop z test. prop is short of proportion, z-test. So let's do that. We have stat, then highlight test on the top row, then scroll down to one prop z-test and hit enter. Okay. So the first line is P0. As you all know, P0 is the value in the null hypothesis, which we will type as 0.73. Then it asks for X, which is the number of successes in the sample, which is 55. Then it asks for the sample size, which is N is 70. And then my alternate hypothesis, pro, this is the population proportion, is we want to do greater than P0. So we bring the cursor on the same line to greater than P0. Put the cursor on greater than P0 and hit enter so that it is flashing on greater than P0. The cursor is on top of greater than P0 and flashing there. Okay. This is the way of telling the calculator that we are dealing with a right tail test. And then you go down to calculate and hit enter. So we go down to calculate after proportion after indicating. So this is the alternate hypothesis, this line. Okay. And we then go down to calculate and hit enter. Hit enter. Okay. So let's see what test statistic we get. We get test statistic Z. Again, this is a characteristic of the sample. That means the sample proportion is 1.049 standard deviation away above the value in the null hypothesis. So this sample proportion is 1.049 times the standard deviation above the value in the null hypothesis. But we look at the p-value. Again, this is a right tail test like I explained before in the earlier video. For those of you who have not seen the earlier video, let me draw a Z curve. Okay. So at the center, Z is equal to 0. This is the Z curve or normal distribution, standard normal distribution, curve, standard normal distribution. So the Z is 0, so 1.049 is somewhere to the right of 0. And the p-value is the area to the right of it. Okay, this is your p-value. Area to the right of Z is equal to 1.049. Okay, is area to the right of. Now this p-value in the calculator is given as 0.1468. They did not give us an alpha value. The level of significance will assume alpha as 0.05. This is the maximum risk of making type 1 error. Usually alpha is chosen as 5.05. We take a 5% risk. So here we notice that the p-value is greater than the alpha value. P-value is greater than alpha value. What does it mean? It means the probability of obtaining a test statistic at least as extreme as 1.045, right? Let me see that number. So yeah, 1.049. So 1.049. So P is greater than alpha, probability of obtaining a test statistic at least as extreme as 1.049, that is to the right, area to the right of 1.049 is greater than the maximum risk we are willing to take in rejecting H0 when it is true, that is type 1 error. P is greater than alpha. So our decision is And decision is reject 80. Reject 80. And our conclusion is, so if decision is reject 80, let me erase that. So decision is reject 80. Conclusion is at alpha equal to 0.05. Oh, P is greater than alpha. My mistake. We do not reject H0. Sorry about that. Do not P. When P is greater than alpha, we do not reject H0 because this is P greater than alpha. Do not reject. That is very important. When P is greater than alpha, we do not reject H0. Okay. So conclusion is at alpha equal to 0.05. There is not enough evidence to support HA. Enough evidence to support HA. What is the HA? HA states that P is greater than 0.73, and we are not supporting it because the probability of obtaining the test statistic from the sample that we gathered is greater than the level of significance. That means the null hypothesis stays. That means in all probability, the proportion of tech companies that have Twitter accounts is 0.73. It is definitely not greater than 0.73. I'll stop here today. I'll show you how I did this problem using the formula and whether I got the same result or not last time. I got a p-value of 0.1457. Remember, that is the area to the right of the test statistic. P is greater than alpha, so we do not reject H0. Here also we got a p-value of 0.1468 using the calculator, the inbuilt test, one prop z test in the calculator. That value is also greater than 0.05. Hence, we do not reject H0 and we do not support the alternate. I stop here today. I'm sure you may have some questions. Please do not forget to shoot me a question in the comments area. I'll definitely answer all of your questions. I appreciate the fact that you took time to watch my video. Hey, you are my sponsors. Please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button. At the same time, click on the bell button. You'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day.